Hey, Sandy, where are you right now? I just got back from the office and nobody's home. Oh, what's up?
Come on, David. Can't you even do stuff by yourself? What are you, 5 years old? Besides, what's it to you where or what I do? It's none of your business.
Yeah, right, but if you're going out late or staying over, I wish you would at least let me know. I could have picked something up at the store on my way home. Figured you had dinner ready. Not only that, I'm worried, is what I'm trying to say.
David, why do you always have to bitch about everything? What are you, my mom? You're a guy, for God's sake. Act like one. I'm sick of your bitching.
Seriously? I'm just worried is all. I'm your husband. Why shouldn't I be worried?
Yeah, the whole husband and wife thing sounds more like a big fat fraud to me.
Huh? A fraud? How could you say that?
The reason I agreed to this marriage was only because I heard that your family was super well off. But it turns out that it's going to be your sister's husband that's going to be taking over the company from your father. And that huge house, I thought that was in your name, but no, all in your sister's name. I mean, you're the eldest and your younger sister's practically gets everything. Go figure, this is a complete scam. How much longer are you going to drag me through this crappy existence?
I thought you were well aware of my situation.
Since you got me into this mess, you're just going to have to work your butt off to make amends. That's the least you could do.
So that's all I am to you.
You want to stay married to a beautiful girl like me. Someone you were super lucky to get, by the way. Well, you just better do what I tell you. You got that? Just be my little ATM. That's all you're good for. Think of it as a favor. You do that, and I won't divorce you.
How could you say such a thing?
You should be happy with the fact that you're married to a beauty like me. You do what I say, and you'll keep the status of having a beautiful wife by your side. Sounds like a good deal to me, so stop with all of the bitching.
But can you at least tell me where you are right now?
I'm in Hawaii.
Pardon me? Hawaii?
Yeah, I'm here with Randy. We deserve a little vacation for all the bitching.
Who's this Randy?
He's my boyfriend.
Excuse me? Your boyfriend?
Yeah, Hawaii is so romantic at night. Perfect setting for to lover. The night breeze on the beach is so soothing. We're such an attractive couple. He's in his aloha shirt. Me with flowers in my hair. Everyone's staring at us.
Hold on 1 second, Sandy. You're married. How could you be in Hawaii with your boyfriend? That means you're having an affair. You're cheating on me.
Yeah, well, it can't be helped, can it? How am I supposed to get any satisfaction? All you're good for is being my ATM. What's so wrong about getting satisfaction from another guy when my own husband is such a loser? I mean, it's obvious, isn't it?
I can't understand your logic, Sandy. If you're so enamored by some other guy, just get a divorce.
Oh, right. You really want to lose me? You would never go through with it. I'm too precious to you.
Well, that's...
I admit that as an ATM cash dispenser, you have potential. But as a husband, please, give me a break. If you don't want me to divorce you, just shut your mouth. Just go rake in the cash. That's all you're good for. Okay, I gotta go. We're headed to the night cruise for dinner. It's gonna be so romantic. Please don't contact me anymore. You'll just shatter the whole romantic thing we got going here.
Hey, Sandy, are you there? I woke up this morning and you weren't here. Where the hell are you? I could be wrong, but you're not on one of your trips again, are you?
Oh, David, you again. Yeah, that's right. I'm on vacation at the moment.
With this Randy guy again?
Randy? No, I broke off with that guy last week. I'm here in Las Vegas with Brad.
Pardon me, with a different guy?
Actually, I have 5 different guys. And I gotta say, Brad is the best of them all. Love the guy. So much fun.
Did you just say you had 5 boyfriends?
Come on, David. Don't be so surprised. You know I'm super cute. The guys clamor around me. What can I say? I mean, it's obvious, right?
We're married, this just isn't right.
Excuse me?
I said you're married to me, we're husband and wife. Doesn't that mean anything to you? It's common sense. Haven't you heard of an extramarital affair?
Pardon me? What? Are you disobeying me? You really got nerve, David. You keep this up and divorce is not far off, buddy.
Are you gonna start with that again?
To be honest, I left the divorce paper in the bedside table drawer.
Pardon me, divorce paper.
Go ahead, take a look at it. You can see I already signed it.
Does that mean?
Not as dumb as I thought. You disobey me and I submit that and poof, we're finished. No more husband and wife. You don't want that, do you? You want to stay married to me? Well, just be my obedient little ATM and all will be fine. Brad and I are set for a week-long Las Vegas extravaganza. We're gonna take in the shows and hit the casinos. So I don't want any interruptions.
Hey, come on, Sandy!
See ya.
Good evening, David. This is Sue. Can we talk?
Oh, hey, Sue. Yeah, no problem. What's up?
About your wedding. Have you already made preparations?
Can I ask why you're asking? I mean, seems kinda out of the blue.
Yeah, well, Dad was a bit worried, so, you guys were officially married on paper, opting to do the wedding ceremony later, right? Well, it's been 3 months already, and there's still no talk of having that wedding ceremony. You keep putting it off, and eventually you'll never go through with it. I was wondering, maybe you guys were just going to skip it.
Right, yeah, well. It's just that, just haven't gotten around to it, I suppose.
Seriously? What's wrong? Don't tell me you guys are not getting along.
Yeah, well, something like that.
What happened? You can tell me.
Yeah, that's kind of you, Sue. I just don't know how I can explain it all to you.
Hey, David, you have a really bad habit, you know that?
How would you mean?
You're way too meek toward women. You have to be more assertive.
You really think so?
Yeah, I've watched you for a long time and you never speak up. You have to have a bit more confidence in yourself, David. Like I said, a bad habit of yours. No matter how much abuse you get, you just sit back and take it, never fighting back, always the victim. I remember back in university when that obnoxious girl was hounding you. You just let that girl follow you around, never telling her straight. As a result, it took months for you to sever that relationship, when you could have just told right from the start that you were not interested, and that would have ended it.
Yeah, well, you know.
I can't believe you, David. When it comes to work, you're like super smart, but with women, not so good. Why is that?
I'm not sure.
So, what happened? I'm going to keep pestering you until you tell me, so come on, let's hear it.
But I really...
Come on, David, come clean. You'll feel way better, I assure you.
Right, but I'll just be a burden to you.
Just tell me, for God's sake.
Yes, ma'am. Sandy is cheating on me.
Cheating on you? She's having an affair?
Yeah, not just one. Apparently she's going from one guy to another.
Seriously? And you're just letting her get away with it? Why didn't you tell me about this sooner?
Yeah, well, I figured I'll give Sandy a chance, but maybe she had her reasons, I don't know. But yesterday, she contacted me saying she was going off to Las Vegas this time for a week with another guy.
What do you mean, this time? She's done it before?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Different guy, though.
Are you for real, David? Why the hell would you let her get away with it a second time?
She said if I complained, she would divorce me. Apparently, she already has the divorce papers ready. Just needs to be signed. I didn't know what to do.
Seems obvious.
What do you mean?
Just get it done with. Divorce her.
But I can't just...
I know how you feel, and considering the kind of guy you are, I'm not surprised you got yourself into this mess. But I can't fathom someone just sitting by and letting his wife just sleep around with other guys. You don't have to take it.
Yeah, I know, but...
What is it? Oh, I get it. You still love her despite her cheating on you, is that it?
Love her? Well, you mean now?
Yes, now. Do you still love her at this very moment? After the way she's treating you, she's probably sleeping with the guy as we talk.
Yeah, when you put it that way. Yeah, you're right. I mean, why am I still married to her? There is not a reason to stay married to her. This whole relationship is a farce.
That's right. Now, hurry up and submit those papers. You don't need to stay married to her for a minute longer. She's left you with all the papers, right? All you have to do is sign it and send it off to your lawyer, and that's it. No more worries, and you can go on with your life. It's your decision. You sign it, and that's it.
Yeah, right.
Now that you're in the right mindset, go for it. This is your chance to redeem yourself. All it takes is a flick of the wrist and pop it into the mailbox, and you're done with the cheating wife of yours forever.
You mean right this second?
Yes, right this second. Time's a-wasting. As a matter of fact, it's still early. You can hand-deliver it and walk it over to City Hall and submit the forms there.
Yeah, you're right. I'm on my way.
There you go. You're doing the right thing. You'll thank me for this.
Hey, David, I'm back. Open the front door, would you? My key doesn't work. Come on, I got a bunch of luggage here. I'm pooped. I need to lie down and rest. I know you can hear the bell. Come on, open up.
Yeah, excuse me, may I ask who this is?
Are you kidding me? Just open up, darn David. I'm in no mood for your games. This is your wife, Sandy. Have you already gone senile? Just open the friggin' door, would you?
Sorry, I can't do that.
Huh? Am I hearing you right? Do I sense some defiance in your message? Wow, that's a first.
Yeah, I've been pretty patient with you, understanding even.
Oh, I see where you're going with this. I forgot my key, and now you've suddenly become courageous. You can conjure up all the courage you want, but the fact of the matter is I married you. You should be grateful. You tone down that cocky attitude, or I submit the divorce papers. You don't want that, do you?
I already submit them.
Pardon me? What did you just say?
The divorce papers. I already talked to my lawyer and submitted the papers down at City Hall.
You already submitted the divorce papers?
Yeah, that's right. So while you were gone, I already terminated the lease on the house. The place is empty. Yeah, right after the papers were submitted, after that I went looking for a new place, did all the paperwork, and I'm finally settled in. Took about a week, but it's all done. You can really get a lot done in a week if you put your mind to it. Oh, your stuff. Send them over to your parents' place. Should have already arrived by now.
Wait a sec. I thought you wanted to stay married to me. You are going totally senile.
I'm not that old. As a matter of fact, I feel pretty good. I finally realized that the 4 months I was married to you was what was screwed up.
Excuse me?
Maybe it was because you were so brazen when it came to cheat on me that, well, I couldn't wrap my mind around it. It all finally caught up with me. I realized that no matter how good looking you are, I didn't want to live any longer with someone who would cheat on me so shamelessly.
Oh, yeah? Well, I don't care. Do what you want. You don't want to be my ATM? So be it. I have no more use for you. I mean, a guy who can't even keep his priorities straight. Your younger sister and hubby swoop in and take your rightful place as the company's CEO. Boy, what a total loser. To be honest, I don't want anything to do with a loser like you. I should have submitted the papers. Actually, you did me a favor.
Oh, yeah? Well, my brother-in-law took over as CEO because he has the brains and know-how to run a business. And about the inheritance, it's not as if I've been disowned or anything.
Pardon me?
Yeah, my folks aren't that old, so I hate talking about any inheritance, and it'll be years from now, but I'll receive my legally mandated amount when they pass. Nothing has changed.
You never told me this.
And about that house. My sister made a significant amount with her net business, and she put in the finances to do some restoration on the place.
You're kidding, right? You making stuff up, right?
Yeah, I suggest you worry about what you're gonna do going forward. Huh? It was just the other day that my father told me that your father's company is not doing so well financially. Is that true? Well, in order to turn things around, your father's company incorporated a system developed by our business development department for a very reasonable price. But once my father heard of your actions towards me, he was furious, and he decided to pull the plug on the whole project.
I had no idea that my father's company was in such dire circumstances.
Yeah, it seems that way. Probably won't be able to avoid bankruptcy.
You know what? David.
Sorry, Sandy. I have no intention of getting back together with you. I'm sorry.
But can we at least talk about it?
Sorry, my lawyer will be contacting you soon to talk about damages. You'll have to pay compensation for, you know, what you've been doing. I hope it was worth it.
Damages? Why do I have to pay?
I'm not the only one.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, during the past week or so, I did a little research on you. For me, well, I've only been with you like 6 months, tops. So I can't demand much, but apparently the guys you were going out with, well, some of those guys were married, you know. I think you'll be hearing from their wives as well. I bet the total amount will be in the tens of thousands of dollars. Maybe even exceed $10,000.
Are you serious? No way!
You dug a hole for yourself. Better be prepared for some hard times ahead. In the end, that divorce went as planned. I heard the total settlement came to something like $150,000. All the havoc she caused everyone, maybe she got off cheap. But if you put into consideration the bankruptcy of her father's company, which she was partially to blame, she deserves a little punishment. In order to pay her debts, I heard she resorted to working at a club, selling her good looks, if you know what I mean. Her sister warned me to never fall into such a trap again. She appreciates that I'm a nice guy and all, but that I should put my foot down sometimes. Not just go along and get along. I'm going to refrain from dating for the time being and focus on work. I need to take the advice of my little sister and get my act together, I suppose. I sure don't want to fall into that trap again.
Hey, you! Ronald, I've just got one thing to say to you. You're fired.
Huh? What's happening? Oh, good morning, Mr. Potter, sir. What's with this all of a sudden? I don't understand what's going on, sir.
There was a huge mistake done in the Woods Company project, and it's your fault. I've already checked this out with the department manager, Mr. Gray, and something needs to be done about it. I'm taking care of the matter, as you're the one who's responsible for this mess. From today, you're not to come into the office. You've been officially fired.
Why are you firing me for? What did I do? Okay, but even though you've said that a couple of times already, I don't quite understand why this is happening. Can I explain what happened so that I can understand your decision as to why you're doing this?
I don't want to hear any of your excuses, Ronald. I'll send all the stuff that you've left on your desk later in the day. There's no need for you to pick it up. You're not to come here again.
Please don't do anything to the personal belongings on my desk. Not until I know what's going on.
Oh, so you want to play hardball, huh? You know I can play that game too. Let's just throw all your things into the garbage, shall we? Don't even think about coming by this office ever again. You've been forbidden to enter the building. Nobody wants to see your face around here again.
But sir, I don't understand why this decision has been made. But fine, I won't step a foot in the office again. I'll do as you say, sir. Hey, Melissa, look, something bad has happened and I really need to talk to you about it. Have you got some time right now to talk? I could really use your advice right now.
Ronald, are you okay? What's going on? Did something happen?
Yeah, it's not good. I've got no idea what I did. I just got a message from Mr. Potter. It was during the day and I was minding my own business, and then this. He told me that the company just suddenly decided to fire me, so he told me he was dealing with my firing.
Excuse me? What the heck? Are you saying you just got fired? Why are you even being fired in the first place? Like why now? At this time of day?
Well, if I say it how it exactly happened, it went like this. I got a message from Mr. Potter, my manager. He said that there was a mistake in the Woods Company project. He then said that he had just checked it over with Mr. Gray, and that it fell on my shoulders, and that it was all my fault, and that I'm not to come back to the office. That's the conversation I had with Mr. Potter. I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
Okay now, just hang on a second. But isn't Mr. Gray the one who makes all these decisions, not Mr. Potter? I don't understand why Mr. Gray isn't the one talking to you about what happened.
I'm curious about that too. That's why I wanted to message you about it to see what you thought. Unless if he wanted Mr. Potter to deal with this situation, it really should be Mr. Gray who reported to me about it, not a person below him. I don't get it. I guess he's your father and all, so I thought he would deal with it.
I have no idea, Ronald. No matter what way you think about it, he can't just possibly fire you without probable cause. Or at least explain himself.
I was actually planning to call Mr. Gray to talk about it to him directly. But he seemed to have turned off his phone, so the call isn't going through.
Apparently, last night he slept a lot for the first time in a long time because he said he'd turn off his phone. Well, surely he's awake right now, but I wonder if his phone is still turned off and he's forgotten to turn it back on.
Oh, is that what you think has happened? You might be onto something there.
Yeah, just hang on a minute there, Ronald. I'll listen to what he has to say on the matter. Just give me a few minutes and I'll come back.
I'm sorry about all of this, Melissa, but thank you for your help so far. I really appreciate it.
Hey, Ronald, I am sorry to have kept you waiting. I hope I wasn't away for long.
You're fine. It's only been about 10 minutes. So were you able to get anything out of him? What happened?
So, he told me that he has no recollection of any interaction with Mr. Potter regarding the Woods Company project. He said that he wouldn't let anyone do something like that while he's in his current position. It's something he wouldn't do in the first place. He would have come to you if there were any issues.
Is that right? That makes sense. I just don't understand what Mr. Potter's doing by messaging me that I'm fired.
Yeah, so that's what my father has to say about that. He seems very confused by the situation as well. Ronald, are you able to come by the house right now?
Right now? What for? What else have I done wrong?
Nothing, but I think maybe it's to discuss what's going on with Mr. Potter. I don't think it's something my father wants to talk about over a message. He said that if we could, we should discuss things face to face and talk over dinner. Also, he said the president of the company will be attending as well.
I'm sorry, what? Even the president of the company? This has got to be something really bad, right? if he's gotten involved. But would it be okay for my sudden interruption, though? I don't want to disturb if they're discussing important work-related matters.
Don't worry about that. But if you're worried about the food situation, it's okay, as I was originally planning on having food delivered today. So feel free to come over if you'd like. I'll see you later, okay? But it sounds like my father wants to eat and have a drink with his future son, Ronald. So you can chill and talk to my father. I'm sure he'll listen to you.
Oh, really? I can't actually believe that. But yes, I'll see you in a bit for dinner. It'll be nice to have a drink with your father. If that's what you want me to do, I'll come over and bother your family.
Of course. We want you to be here. Take care getting over here. I'll see you soon.
Hey, Ronald, I need your attention right now. Where are tomorrow's meeting materials that were supposed to be on your desk? I swear they were put down here. Without the materials, the meeting can't go ahead. This is urgent. Hurry up and tell me where they are. Just because you don't work here anymore doesn't mean you can just ignore my messages.
Hey, Melissa. I wanted to thank you so much for your advice and support yesterday. I really appreciate it. I'm really glad I was able to talk to your father and the president of the company.
No, thank you for coming over and talking with him. They very much enjoyed your company.
Even so, thank you for inviting me. I never expected something like this to happen behind all the office crap that goes on.
Right, yeah. I'm quite surprised by how they interact as well. It's much more chill than an office building.
Yeah, they're very concerned about the situation, though. If that's the case, I'll wait and see about what Mr. Potter does. I'll try not to react to anything he's doing until the situation changes. For the meantime, none of it matters to me right now.
Exactly! That's a good way to put it. You don't need to worry about what Mr. Potter does until the situation unfolds.
Yeah, I know it's a little early, but I'm going to take a shower and go to bed. This whole thing has been quite exhausting. Tell your father I said hello, and thank you for talking things out with me the other night.
Fair enough. I would too in your situation. Of course I'll tell him you said that. Good night. I hope you have a good night's sleep.
Thank you, Melissa. Sweet dreams to you.
Okay. Ronald, I'm sick of not getting a reply out of you. The materials that I asked for yesterday weren't completed. Now I've got to go to the Woods Company and tell them how sorry we are that everything has fallen behind. It's all your fault, Ronald. What are you thinking messing around like this? Ronald, answer me, man. What does it mean that you've been absent without as much as a peep out of you since yesterday, huh? You're gonna be in some deep trouble if you're not careful.
Day 3.
Ronald, this is the third time I'm contacting you and you've not answered me. Aren't you coming in today? You can't just be absent without letting anyone know about it, right? That's what I'm gonna ask. The proposal I told you to make for Jones Company. What's going on with that? I can't get into your work laptop because I haven't got a clue what the password is. So what is it? Seriously, man? What are you planning on doing about all of this?
Hey, Ronald. How have you been since all the crap went down about your work? Have there been any more developments on that? Has Mr. Potter gotten back to you with anything? What has he been saying?
Hi. Oh, yes, he's been saying quite a bit. He's been sending so many messages every day over the past few days. And that same person just turned around and said that I'm absent without getting permission. I don't understand. He's the one that said I'm fired the other day.
Come to think of it, he said Mr. Potter sent a message saying that to you the other day. I might as well tell you. Mr. Potter has a really bad drinking habit.
Huh? What are you talking about? Are you saying he's an alcoholic?
Well, you know how if you drink too much alcohol, your memory starts to get worse over time, right?
Yes, I guess I've been told that before. A colleague who's accompanied me on a night out once said something like that can happen. It was a Saturday that I received his message about getting fired, so I thought he might have been working on his day off or something. He got all worked up about the Woods Company project I was working on and how I made some sort of mistake. Then he told me I was fired. But he must have still been drunk. And now he can't remember that he actually said that and thinks I'm not showing up for work. Oh my god, it's all falling into place now.
Yeah, my father has had it with Mr. Potter in that he can't handle his nonsense.
I guess if I were to look back through my message history, I can see when he was drunk or not. Maybe it's just something I didn't notice?
I suppose so. Even though he's in the same generation as my father, he still remains only a manager. You'd think he'd be in a higher job position by now.
Really? I suppose his drinking problem's holding him back and creating so many problems.
Ronald, this is getting beyond a joke. Reply to your messages, man. What's the password for your work laptop? The department manager just asked me for the progress on another company's proposal. And it's stuck on your laptop. Hurry up and tell me the password. This is urgent. I'm sick of you no replying. Get to work on time and get on with the project. Stop being so irresponsible. Hey, you! Ronald! Stop ignoring your supervisor. There's another company that's needing their proposal looked over. What the heck do you think you're doing by not replying and not showing up to work? You're going to regret ignoring me. All the companies that work for us instructed you to do everything for them. Even though I'm the one who submitted it under my name instead of yours, this is going to go very bad if things continue like this. Ronald, answer me! What's wrong with you, boy? Hey, Ronald, for goodness sake, I'm here to tell you that the General Affairs Department are going to take away your work laptop tomorrow. All the documents I had to do for all these companies are also on your laptop. This is ridiculous. It's like talking to a wall. Oh yes, isn't there also data on there that deals with the internal stuff at work? If I don't do something about it, it's going to be all my fault, even though it's all your work I'm trying to get. Hurry up and tell me the password. I'm begging you to tell me. Ronald, you've not replied to a single message for a whole week. Cut the crap and reply to me right now. I'm not going to stop sending you messages until you've replied to me. My performance rating will go down if you don't show up to work. I'll come over to your house and drag you here if I must do that so I don't lose my job.
Good morning, Mr. Potter. It's quite early to be messaging me now, isn't it?
Excuse me? What do you mean by that? It's a normal time for people to be awake. You're finally replying to me now, huh? What took you so long? Don't you realize how many days you've missed? Why aren't you showing up? You're making me so furious to the point that I'm gonna pop so many blood vessels. And our department manager as well.
Even so, all the companies you were mentioning, when you think about it, you were forcing me to do a lot of the work, weren't you?
What the heck are you talking about, boy? It's normal for the boss to assign the work to his workers, isn't it? That's how it works here. You weren't absent from work without anybody's permission, and you were slacking off. I was the one that had to finish the work for you, so I sent the proposals to the companies that were requesting them. You need to get to work right now. If you get to work in the next 30 minutes, then I won't fire you and I'll forgive you for not showing up. That's what Mr. Gray has been saying to me as well.
Oh, is that so, Mr. Potter? Don't you remember saying to me that I'm fired and that I don't need to come into the office anymore?
I never said that to you. Why would I say that to you? What are you talking about, man?
Maybe it's because you were so drunk at the time you were messaging that to me and you were just saying what your heart desired?
I haven't got a clue what you're on about. I don't remember that at all. What are you saying?
Well, it's too late to take it all back now. I would go back and check your chat history if I were you. That might jog your memory. Actually, you might want to go back even before that conversation was had. You do realize that Mr. Gray and I quit our jobs on the same day over 10 days ago, right?
Huh? What's that supposed to mean? You both quit your jobs? And you didn't say anything to me about it? Not just who you quit, but Mr. Gray as well? No way! That can't be true!
The general manager decided to start his own business, and he wanted us to join him in starting a new company. So we ended up quitting our jobs together. I assume you didn't notice that happening?
I thought he was just going on a business trip and then he'd be back soon to do his duties.
There was an announcement almost a month ago through the internal chats and through the department's morning meeting. After talking it through with Mr. Gray, he gave all my portfolios that I had for all the other companies we've worked for to another colleague. Honestly, it would be an unreasonable thing to say to someone to get back to work now when I chose to quit my job now. Wouldn't it, Mr. Potter? I wouldn't have been so bothered about it if I hadn't quit my job, but I have, and now I'm an outsider discussing confidential information with an ex-coworker of mine. That's not the best look, Mr. Potter.
But it's only because you never replied to me and it took you so long to do so. Why?
Yes, it did. I thought that you would notice eventually what's going on, but another employee had to make it more obvious to you. I couldn't bear to be so persistent, so I sent a reply like this to get back at you for the way you've been treating me.
This can't be happening right now. Are you serious? Okay, you need to tell me who each case was assigned to right now. I'm supposed to be the creator, so I'd be in big trouble if someone submitted documents without my permission or not checking them with me first.
Huh? I haven't got a clue what you're talking about, Mr. Potter. What do you mean? Isn't it no longer necessary for you to be the creator of those documents, Mr. Potter?
Huh? What do you mean by that? Why not? I don't get it. What's going on here?
Didn't anyone tell you that the company is filing for bankruptcy?
Are you kidding me? Bankruptcy? Is this a joke?
It's no joke, sir. I received a message from a former colleague saying that they had talked about it in this morning's meeting. I never thought something like this would happen to the company, so I thought the best idea was to quit before things got worse. I suppose you haven't got to work yet, so you don't know the details?
I'm on my way to work right now.
Oh, is that so? Well, I guess you didn't get over your habit of being late to work then?
Now, just rewind back a little bit. I don't get why the company's filing for bankruptcy. Does that mean that I'm unemployed from today onwards until I get another job?
Well, I guess so. If you're fine with that, I guess you've got no choice but to be employed now.
But what am I supposed to do now? I've been at this company for so long already. This has got to be the worst thing to happen to me. How am I supposed to get a job after all this happening?
I don't know. You've got to figure it out. I'm going to leave you to it. Please excuse me. After this, Mr. Potter apparently went home instead of going to work. Of course, it seems that an explanation of what happened was given in some form at a later date. There was talking about arranging a new job. Mr. Potter was so drunk that he didn't listen to everything. By the way, he's single, in his 50s, his parents have passed away, he has no siblings or family, so unfortunately not a lot going for him. He started drinking alcohol all day long thinking about what he should do with his life. One day, he was rushed to the hospital due to acute alcohol poisoning. But there was no one to take care of him, feed him, shelter him, so he didn't recover very well. The other day, he was released from the hospital and into a specialized facility. I do feel quite sorry for the guy, but I just wish he would have nothing to do with me ever again.